Now we play the first game. Right, yeah, I guess there isn't much. Right, you have the first game here, you got Banner Saga 2 there, you got Banner Saga 3 up here. Then we got stuff. Oops. Vinyl album. I am 8-bit. Oh yeah, right. There's a novel. Okay. Or it was based on a novel. Who knows? I sure don't. Either way, I guess we'll pick new game. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. Your will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. I see. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Has it now?
It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Okay, well that was abrupt. Okay, so immediately I'm gonna assume there's some kind of either speaking like Icelandic, and that is why I can't fucking understand what they're saying, or it's kind of like Magica. What's the game called? I believe, but they kind of just took well, I can only assume in Magica I think they kind of just took English, Swedish, and like Norwegian and just shoved it into and just fucking mashed that shit into one language. I don't know if they've done something similar here or whatnot, but it's definitely something close to that. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red, guessing this guy, and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Oh, wow, okay. Okay. These portraits show the order of initiative. taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. Blue tiles around him show where he can move. Yeah. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each. Okay, that's what's meant. While humans fill a single tile, this can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile you want to move to, and click. Oh, of course. Realistically, they only moved 2 tiles forward. In that sense, click the tile you want to move to, and then click the check mark to confirm. Move your shebang here and get him into attack range. Oh no, you can move. That's how. Okay, no, 1, 2, 3. Right, okay. Target an enemy. Click on the tile on which they stand. Any tiles are ally tiles are blue. The enemies are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. You choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. Oh boy, okay. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 and 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. Right, of course, obviously, the healthier you are, the more power you can get into swings, do more damage. Okay, that seems reasonable. Strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. Right. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. Okay, so it's a mitigator. Is it a straight one, or is it just like a percentage one? This enemy has only 5 strength remaining, a strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now to attack his strength, then confirm your choice. I want to see. Shield wall. +1 armor to adjacent allies and yourself. Run through enemies doing armor break damage and then hit. +1 renown. Armor blocks damage, strength makes both damage and health. Willpower is spent to move further, hit harder, and perform your ability, but does not replenish. Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use on any given action. Break is the amount of direct damage you can naturally do to an enemy armor. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. Okay. Basically like experience. Taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Oh, they are always yours enemies. It's not speed based, it's always that. Okay. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Wait, what was that? Okay. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking on gold tiles, the character can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to get to be in range. So you're walking to attack range now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, yeah. Center attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your side to access his ability. Clicking your target character's tile will bring up all of his combat options, including move, ability, attack, and end turn. Click the purple ability icon now. Tempests. Okay, end turn. The ability description appears in the tooltip below. The Warwick's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and then confirm. Right. Target adjacent enemies in a spin attack. Normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies going clockwise from target. Pillage. I made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only one enemy left, players enter Pillage Mode. During Pillage, each character moves in order. And there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Also, each character have initiative. Your allies... Or is it just here? How do I know which one? Your allies now get to move twice in a row. The character does not move on his turn. He can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Okay. And each character have separate willpower one. Okay. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shield banger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. The chieftain tiles attack. Click the fist and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. So you can only use 1, yeah. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and then the green check mark to kill this enemy. I can add 1 willpower, which will only up it by 1. Okay, well. The foe lies down. Okay. That went too quick, I couldn't read. +6 renown.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Only the sun has stopped. Oh, like yeah, okay. Okay, so we get. Can I see what this means? Okay, we'll go. Classmen 0, fighters 0, Varl 32, money 100. I'm guessing. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. I just. Eirik, I guess. Eirik, steward of Strand. I managed the governor's business. Ubin or Ubin, I'm unsure how they want to pronounce that, isn't it? I'm just here for the tithe. I don't even know what that is. What do you want? Conversational, it is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. It's a bit chaotic around here. It's been worse. We got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Scoffings. Wait, what? Scoffings, that's... Oh, is that clans people? Scalpings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to whereabouts, I know who can tell. I know who can tell us. Oh boy, okay. Oh, we get days supplies 100. Okay, so we got supplies for 100 days. Gotcha. Renown, 6 renown, gotcha. It's just the options menu. Great morale, okay. Gotcha. Look, the merchant market intensive is the merchant. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open face houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Odd. I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scoffing's chieftain bled out about an hour ago, Hod. So when you tell me what ravine is the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try and kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Need some help here. God, I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Hod sweats visibly, fumbling with the dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Pay him, do nothing. I'm kind of in a disadvantage here. I don't know the situation, but I don't know how much money I have either. Like, is that supplies? Like, I don't know. He seems like a shitter, so I'm gonna intimidate him. You motion to Gunelf. Gunelf? Your enormous bodyguard who looms over the man like a snake over a mouse. Gods, Eric laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Skulpings? Nobleman, up by East Wall, but that was months ago, last I know. That skulks away with a little wave of Eric's hand. Eric's hand gathering things from his hovel. Sparing for a while until this blows over, you figure. The bodyguard steps forward. Hello, Chess. We done here? Gunolf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while we were walking around. Why? What did you think about the opening title crawl? I mean, it was interesting. It was very abrupt, like just sudden. Okay, now you're fighting. I'm like, oh, okay, shit's happening. You look like no reason. The man of yours seemed unreliable at best. Blind dog wouldn't trust Hud, but he used to be scoffing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? What? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? Where is this place again? No, it's halfway up the hill towards the Great Hall. You won't miss it. Make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll mind him. If you say he looks like a frog, he says better than looking like an eggplant. It's this neon sign I see. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out. So Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? We're walking through the front door. They ran to a mead house, said Valgard. I'll be surprised if they don't, if they can stand up straight right now. Here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scoffing scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins on the process, or in the process. Oh, okay. Time to kick the shit out of some drunkards, I guess. Or at least just drunk people. Okay. And that's... Oh, we get to... Ooh, curious. That is... 7 out of 5? Curious that they start with more willpower than their max. So you can't use any willpower, seemingly. You can use 2, you can use 1, you can use 2. Move through allies. Ah, I see. Gives willpower to allies at any range. At any range? Oh, you can just give them willpower. That's curious. Turn the favor. When hit by an adjacent enemy, counter attack for 1 arm damage. What the fuck is 1 arm damage? This? Yes. Your willpower is affected by your caravan's morale. Ah, yeah, right. So it's +2 because of great morale. Gotcha. You will +1 armor to adjacent allies and self. Blocks Stonewall. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. So this is a passive then, I guess, and this is the active ability. This is give willpower. This is the passive, so you will just automatically counterattack. Arm is armor. Okay. Counterattack for 1 armor damage. That's why in the first fight when the dude attacked him, there was 2 damage numbers popping up that the game didn't notify by or like say anything about. Yeah, okay. So he gives adjacent people and himself just +1 shield wall or +1 armor. Okay. So heads up, don't let the human with the shield get any kills. Right, cause he's temporary. Guessing. So far only these 2 are like actually in my party, so to speak. These 2, from what I know, are just temporary. So yeah. What are these fucks? You can run through. You have a series of strikes, each randomly attack, strength, armor. Okay. Let's do that. Your character's level up based on the number of kills they get. Yeah, because you get renown. Yeah. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. You could give willpower. Range. That costs the willpower to do that. I'll just move here and fucking wait. Bonked. Okay, just like that. Okay. Right. Oh, you did that, sure. And also repositioned there then, yeah. Okay, so I want you to move at least up here then? Of course it doesn't count for this guy because it doesn't do a full circle like that. Okay, yeah. Sure. Lock damage. What could you do? Oh no, you don't have one. That was okay. I'll do that. And I'll just fucking... Oh, like... I kill you? No, I can't. Hey, I can do that. Ow. I mean, I could do this, right? Strike adjacent enemies in a spin attack. Does that... Wait, if I do that, can I don't even know, dude. No, we'll begin with just doing this. Does that only work for him? Guess it's only him that gets affected by it. Lame. Sure. It's kind of curious, but okay. Alright, wait a minute. No, okay, I remember. Okay. Oh. Hello, Janice. And welcome. Oh, Jesus, right. I didn't realize you could actually zoom in and out. What the hell is it? Oh, okay. You can check everyone. I see. Would be broken if you could give anyone damage immunity. I mean, yeah, I guess, but still. Oh yeah, this is now quote-unquote pillage mode. I didn't know you could zoom in and out. Yep. There we go. Also, that victory theme is real fucking loud. Beat an enemy with a warhawk, yeah. Tempered by blood and pain. He got promoted, I guess. What I could see. There are, gods be damned. Let's go wash up this blood. Eric is looking out the walls, the hall's windows, onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach with sails and of bold reds and blues. Banner I know well, Vognir. Next for Varl Kingship. Last we spoke, the other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Things makes a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Volgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Okay, no, that wasn't a neon sign. That's just showing where you should click. Wagner. Familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Euban, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is, if there is Wagner, there must be Hakon. Was there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old Geox. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorund demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from God. Arberong? Arberong, okay, yeah. I'm glad for it. It's a bit unfortunate how this guy gets like to be half face like covered by a fucking arm. You just have to drag to the side to see him fully. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden wolf head emblazoned on red, the king of men or someone on his behalf. King's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know? Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital. He visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. And you're going to Gorfheim? I have a distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand, was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Mogr? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strange to you. Guess I'm off to find Mogr. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince and men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of... Wait, the fuck? Ludin looks for all the world the sort... Okay, that's how they structure that sentence. For all the world, the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. Jesus. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think? Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke of so high of. Is this you get to choose all of these, or take a talk icon to converse with one of your heroes? I see. Scrivener. You find Hakon in the mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely see this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? What this time? When I got here, the Grey Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox, or I might be desperate to make something of myself too. Not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low chuckle, and Ival could recount his deeds known as he is for cutting a swath through dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War and regularly since then. Down here I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. It's another reason to go back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the coal air outside. Is this the right place? Find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Luden. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arm crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I really just want to introduce myself. You collect taxes for the world territories? A true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Alright. Fair enough. At dawn, you are awoken by a delivery of goods. At least, you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with the sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised, to your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. The guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already there. Or here. A while later, Luden and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mogger steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster. If you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you are ready to depart. I mean, I only have one choice. Yes! You follow Mogger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Right? I wonder why my supplies went from from like 100 down to 60 very quickly. We got 366 of Arl with us and 85 war fighters on top of that, I'm guessing. And it's not that 85 of them are warriors or fighters. I'm unsure. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogger, cracking open mead casks. From our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Drink a lot, drink a little. Toast to Wagner. You gain more troops. I guess, but like... It only took one per day. Rock. Oh, is it Ruckus? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, is that how Ruckus is spelled? Okay. I'm not seeing the word Ruckus that much, so that's why. No, it's not. Is it a word that it... Raucous? I've never heard that word ever. If that's the case. Never heard that word. I'll probably never hear it again. You raise your drink, toasting the unless they decide to use it more. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Luden's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggeration. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. Chat with him, I guess. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Alright, well. The short conversation? No? Okay. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. What? Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. What the fuck is that sentence? Alright. Thanks to Mogger. I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. Didn't miss out on drinking, okay. I've given the job to you too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Luden? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborong on his own. And I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Ubin? Put down your meat instead of replying. Wagner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge. But this. Pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of elite lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Warriors would follow you for what you've done. Is that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old world. They've always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. Rise groggily. Campsite, a casualty of merriment. Mogger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Luden stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's Luden. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Huh. You're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. Actually, I would like to see our map. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse with zoom. Okay, it's a decent sized map. Where the fuck is Grofheim? Okay, sure. Airways. Location of a caravan is indicated by the Ubin's icon. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. I see. World map is covered with many locations and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on location for more information. Ah, I see. Right. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night in Luden. Why not take the ships to... Oh my god. Why not take the ships to Skrimmirstead? Yeah, okay, Skrimmirstead. What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skrimmirstead. Half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Luden exhales through the nose. A poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking like a tall cliff you'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vetterfell, if we're lucky. Camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A higher morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. Training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to get back to the road. Okay. Click on unit to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. The ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. Bring the pain. Character strikes an adjacent enemy form, break damage before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return even more break damage one turn. Okay. Rank 1 normal break attack and +1 to return to. Okay. Spearmaster. You sure about that? Fail. Knock back one tile. I see. Each kill the character makes encourages allies to fight harder, granting 1 willpower to the unit and any adjacent allies. Let's see. Character hits so hard that any enemy standing adjacent to his target on a strength attack take 1 damage from the shockwave. I see, okay. He can wreak havoc with an additional and also okay. He does the same thing. You could be promoted, apparently. The greatest warriors in the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the higher stats. Increase your item rank. Or... oh, is that kills? Okay. Make sure you want to promote for 5 renown. Sure. Unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Wait. Now I'm confused. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of them. Right. But can I do this? I guess I can. Oh, okay. So this is my total renown, which happens upon killing enemies. And then you need to get kills, first 2 kills, and then for rank 2, and then 5 kills for rank 3 with a character in order to promote them with the renown that you have. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. And then when you do that, you get points that you can put here. Do that, sure. That seems reasonable. This will cost 10 renown. Well, we can wait with that. Okay. Let's see then. Rest. Training. Right. Did rest only affect morale? Yeah. Sure. Does die immediately? Alright, well, sure. Yes. We'll just fucking leave then.
Wedderfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Isn't okay. By Haderbar body, okay. That's a lot of oil for some missing cattle. Well, a couple days back, he sends word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know how many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Golfing's out here, maybe. Do they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. Peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. We got hundreds of. Shut up. Hear that? Where's Luden? It's faint, sound like fighting, and something else. Hakon takes off at a run. Man, he's sharp then. Oh boy. Clicking any tile will automatically make a path, but you can also set waypoints. Click once to make a waypoint. Ah, okay. Now select the next waypoint. This is often used for when you need to avoid certain tiles. Gotcha. Experiment can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Cool. Click the top right banner. You compare your stats to the enemies. No. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Now click the enemy to target. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there is a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. So since he has 15 and I've got 10, that means there's a 50% chance that I will miss, right? Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack. Attack this enemy's strength. Okay. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically. Well, catastrophically. Oh, that is a really weird word. Catastrophically. That okay. That's a. I don't know if you can bend that word like that, but I guess you can. If you don't break armor, damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Fucking ouch! You're dead. Or at least, you know, down. Okie dokie. Catastrophically. If it's catastrophically, it sounds bad. If you end it like that. Like thick alley. I don't know, it sounds bad. I don't like it. Okay. Well. The hard A after the... either way, I don't care. The dumb word, and I'm not using it. We'll just gang up on him. Only one? Fucking okay. Sure. I can summon enemies. Did he miss that? Looks like he missed that one. Bonk. Bam, you're down. Whenever an enemy falls in battle, one willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give one willpower to the active ally. Oh, okay. Yes, target him instead. Oh, okay, so you cannot get back health. You can only ever get back willpower by resting. Gotcha. Oh. Hey. Yeah, noticed. But you know, when they introduce a mechanic one turn before, doesn't connect immediately. Trying to get yourself killed, Luden. What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the what are you talking about? Oh, okay, that's what. You ever seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Wagner lies face down. Future World King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner is dead. Cut with keen-edged sword. Alright, this is the perspective change. Alright, so who we got here? Wait, is this gonna change? Deployment happens before battle. Click your units, Rook and Alets. Okay. To deploy them, within the blue squares, click ready to start battle. Puncture, bonus strength damage when stationary. Okay. For the needle, hits all units between the archer and the target, doing bonus armor break damage. Cool. Moves through allies, does armor break damage. So within range attack the marked target. Oh, okay. Yeah, where's that? What the fuck is your range? Your range is... No, it's okay. I could just wait, I guess. Okay, what the hell is your attacking range is my question. Well, you got a 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a 2 to 5 attack range, okay. Archers like Rook and Dele have much wait, he's also a fucking archer? Okay. Both of these fucks are distance? I think that would be the case, but okay. Give me a swap. Okay. Right, okay. Gotcha. Ow. Pew! Oh. There we go. Three were down. What's that? A dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. The dredge attacked your cart. When it attacked your cart and the yokes bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through trees when you glance that direction. All that food. That's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run. Let me think. Let's go back to school. We heard we can gather them before more dredge appear. You think you can handle more of them? I don't even know what the fuck. Like, yeah, yet again, I don't know the situation, so I don't know what would be a smart decision. Or if it's reasonable. Like, can we do this? I don't know. I guess we're gonna get some. That calms the ox while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Well, that's cool. Supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. See how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell, as well as a few items. Sure, but where's the money? So that choice doesn't matter. Okay. Well, that's neat, I guess.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Ivor. The enormous varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How can they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fires nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams from the outskirts. People are running towards the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Egil, take a let to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, let. Oh, well, his fucking fingers get to move. Oh wait, I want to help. With Egil, let them fight. Ivor. I mean, greatly want more help. Want to invite some goats to join us too? You're dead kids. I mean, she's useful. Will anything happen to her? They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Okay, here you go. Keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we figure out what to do next. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Sure enough, dredge are gathering in numbers. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Irish shakes his head unknowingly. That's a bad sign. Turn order. Units move in order you place them from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the units icons to rearrange their turn order. Guessing you are just a fucking straight up melee dude. Raid master. You get Stonewall. Okay. Shield wall. Next to an ally, the character creates a shield wall, raising the armor of both himself and his. Okay. Strong arm. You just. Okay. You're that kind of character. Okay. Then back up to 4 tiles and push them through anyone in the way. The fuck does that do? Yep. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Armor, strength, and will goes up by 1. Okay. I mean, I guess you should have it. I guess. Guess we do that. Sure, we'll see what happens. Well, doesn't this look lovely? Shield slam causes knockback to all adjacent units doing armor break damage. Gotcha. Typically you want the units that can take armor down best to go first. Sure, I'm unsure who does that best, so to speak. Especially if you get money. Well, sure. Oh, that's you, okay. Fucking ouch, okay. Sure. Yay, he can now be promoted. No damage. Also, wait, that fucking affects your dude too? Yeah, all adjacent units too. Well, that's not very smart of you, is it? We can use willpower to move further. No, you can't. Could you do again? That counts? No, because he's not in the correct spot. You almost kill him though. In fact, I could kill him. Fucking no damage for that one too. Okay. Ow. What could you do? Battering ram knocks them away. Right. Well, you know what? I'll do that. We'll do that anyways. Bop. Oh, right. Well, I had planned on doing some willpower for that, but eh. Yeah. Oh, it hits everyone? Okay. I guess I need to specify incredibly or look very closely as to what they did. What they specify. Yeah, all units. Okay, sure. Why do I have 3 now? Something I'm missing. That's because I was stationary. That might have been it. Bam. Whoop whoop. Based on the enemy's missing armor if they don't move. Well, okay then. Black Horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivor, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. Then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. I'll wait for him to die, I guess. As you turn to head back, Colossus appears around the side of the house. It silently looms over Alette. Its face, an expressionless stony mask, more terrifying than any roar it might have produced. Time seems too slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. Shout at Alette, shoot it with an arrow, run at it, axe ready. I don't fucking know, dude. Is she... Does she know that it's there? In which case, this doesn't fucking matter. I can imagine this choice matters, but I can't even slightly tell what matters, because I had already assumed she can see it, but I guess not if this is an option. No. No, I'll deal with it. So like a nation knocking our ally standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. Okay. Okay. Sure, kill her, I guess. Nope, okay. Inches away from what you think is nigh, it recoils and turns upon it again. Eagle rushes to her side. Ivor throws himself between them, catches the mace on his shield, and returns the favor. Yeah, that's the skill name. Crushing the dredge's head with his... Wait, what? Ivor throws himself between them, catching the mace on his shield, and returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. Wow. When the dust settles, you can see that everyone is alright. How does he do that is my question, but also I apparently did that flawlessly. Is there only one correct option, is my question? Which I just kind of picked whatever there, because I pick either of the other two. Eagle takes the hit for her. Okay, cool. You find anyone? A few. Sent them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice work. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until they're tripping over tired women and children, then they'll attack. Until we're tripping. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wakes. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. I don't know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. Injuries. Sure, injured units can still fight, but have a penalty to max strength equal to the number of days wounded. The heal as time passes when resting in camp. Okay. Sure. Items. Your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Right. Items into your units to equip them. Items can only be equipped by characters of equal rank. Okay. Promote your units to equip higher rank items. No, so that's a level 1 item. Okay. Gotcha. Promote. Sure. Yes, do that. I guess I'll do that. And you... Guess we'll do that. Okay, I can't see that in the stats immediately. Gotcha. Or? Nope, can't. Okay. Weird. Sure. Oh, thank the gods you made it. Oh, you're the chieftain. The Great Hall is an utter dim. Or is an utter din. Filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depth is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. Chieftain's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. Sup, lady? They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Oddly. Okay. Don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I made some decisions, but tell me straight. What would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done. Rook. I'm sure Chieftain will be a great character that will be involved in many adventures to come. Absolutely. If you pick either of the other two eagle dice. Okay. It's not a decision I care to make. Think we can hold out? No, I don't. He decides a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. Imagine us fighting back and saving the town, but... I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Irish right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If dredge are coming down from the north, Frostweller to the west, it's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skogger. Or Skogger. It highly depends on how close they want to go in terms of languages and accents, but and stuff. But in one push, nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfeller. Sounds like suicide. Let's do what this even says. Darren's right. What if we set the town on fire as we left? Do we abandon the storehouse? Will that do anything? We will return here one day, whether I live to see it or not. Okay. Just a question. Are we abandoning the storehouse? We have to. Be leaving behind everything but the supplies you brought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostweller is at least a week away. Not sure we've got that much food. We'll be cutting it close. If we saddle with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the dredge. And if we run out of food before we get to Frostweller, it doesn't matter how many escape. As they'll say, let me handle the dredge. Ugh. Well, I would like to know some more odds and details about this before just doing the thing, but you know. Let's pick this, sure. I don't want that to be a decision, but you know, I want it to be a thing. If I dredge or store on the road, I'd rather fly. I agree with Rook. That's not what I said, but sure. Whatever. No, it's fine. I'll take the vague death if it has to come. Since, you know, that's what just is. I'll deal with it. Houston rubs his chin, but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Lay, you know that she can handle a bow. I mean, she's got 2 quivers for some reason. Didn't say this is what I wanted to do, but you know. Sure. Step into the courtyard where you can already see the dredge in every direction. The storehouse isn't far. You slip inside and start loading carts. Well, Ivor left us men who come along to do the same. When you gather as much as you dare, Ivor takes up position outside the Great Hall. Dredge have already taken notice, watching closely. Come on, he mutters, and people begin filling out of the hall. Also, immediately things begin to go wrong. Some dredge go over the ox-tied supplies, while others lunge at the carts with chickens. Fucking chickens? Every men pull axes and the dredge respond in kind. Not far away, you spy Ivor raising a shield, cursing. You prepare for fights. Okay, sure. Oh, now we got you too. What do you do? Okay. Selects an unoccupied tile on the board and fires up 3 arrows in the air. If any enemies pass through the selected tile, they are hit by the falling arrow. What? Oh, you set a trap basically. Or what? Doing okay, yeah. I guess that is what happens. Also, we want to do this. No, we're only dealing with 2. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da. Yeah, well, sure, we'll do this. Okey-dokey. I guess we're doing this. Up. Might as well. You trust one tile, minus one strength damage if enter within one turn. Okay. Up. Okay, sure. You're weird, but alright. Sometimes the dredge just do that. Dude, he fucked himself over just straight up. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll take it, I guess. If you want to basically dunk on yourself, I'll take it. I mean, you can do it with... You can do it with... What are you talking about? What you just wrote, I can't... Oh, that's what you meant, alright. I thought you meant specifically that ability. I'm like, no, I don't have that. Battering ram would be the closest thing, but I don't have that. Okay, so I move here. And I attack him with that. And now... Yeah, sure, we'll shoot him like that. Off. And you move over here. And you use that on him. And everyone attacks him and he dies. Yay, let's go. The chaos that follows, you notice out of the corner of your eye some of the town guards struggling desperately with dredge. And what might be the chieftain amongst them. No, is he gonna die? What a surprise. To your left, Ever is lying into a large colossus. Behind him, an elderly man scrambles to his feet. Past that, it's clear that most of the time townspeople are scattering. Nobody steps in, they could be picked off one by one. Nearby, a yox bleats pitifully as dredge wrestle with the wagon tied to it. Another full cart has been toppled beside it, abandoned. You could end up losing more food supplies than you started out with. He dies no matter what. Yeah, I could imagine. Help the fighters, try to keep everyone together. Yeah, it's retake. Okay, so this is more like maybe have more fighters with you in the caravan, have some more supplies maybe in the caravan, or fucking I don't know. Try to keep people in the caravan? I mean, feel like we probably want at least some fucking food, so prioritize the shit. Without food, it doesn't matter how many people escape. Ivor, you shout, bearing your axe into the nearest dredge. With a grunt, he joins you in fending off the dredge around the supplies. You gained a portion. Promote you. Okay. The fuck do we want to do with you? What did you have? You had become immune, and when you're near one, some racing. Okay. So you probably want something? We'll just do that for you. I don't know how to prioritize these characters, so I'm just gonna pick fucking whatever. Alright, let's go. Fighting 2 again. Okay. A very small kind of. I mean, okay, gotcha. Okay, put you there. Put you there. Do we do this? Seems maybe smart. Let's do that. Sure, this will go well. You know, just stay here. Let them come to me instead. You. Ow. Oh! Alright, fucker. We're gonna do this. Damage him. Do that, sure. You can probably stand still and just kill him. That's one kill. You don't get many you don't get many better use of that ability than that. What did you pick for rounding up this place? Which did you mean? There was 3 choices of defend the fighters, try to round up as many people as possible, and save the supplies, and I picked save the supplies. I guess. If that was the one you were referring to. Okie dokie. So it's your turn. I guess I'll have to walk by her so she gets some more armor at least. Stonewall, sure, let's do that. Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing this now. Pew pew. And we're doing... Wait, can he do the thing again? He can. Technically only one has range, actually. I can do this. Then we do... Wait, hold on. Yeah. Then we move her back. We should be able to kill him. Promotion! I was gonna say, like, did we get anything from that? Fighters notice your victory and scramble to help throw supplies back on the wagons. You gather what you can and get the yokes moving. Soon you've put distance between you and the dredge. Survivors gather as you flee. Fewer than you had hoped. Okay, we got 213 dudes, 41 fighters, and we got 11 displays. You see Oddliff as she emerges from a row of trees, struggling to bear the body of the chieftain in her arms. Her face is blank. Helping her to the caravan, you cover the body with a cloth. Chieftain's death hits you like a punch to the gut. Only Diver's insistence does the caravan get moving again to Frostvale. The 11 is days of supplies. Yes, I'm aware. Even though that doesn't count. Well, right. So like when you start a journey, it kind of goes down by a chunk, I believe, and then it just is one per day that goes. Let's hand claps tightly around your own, and you walk together in silence. Plus 15 renown. Or at least that's what it should be, since it's days of supplies. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you are unable to see those bring up the rear. We got to pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. Voluntarily stop for the day. Slow the pace so everyone can catch up. Keep steady pace. Rally the caravan with a speech. Fucking, I don't know. How you leave the village really just affects how the chieftain dies. Okay. Oh no. That should be just ahead. Keep steady pace. Rally the caravan with speed. What the fuck does this do? I feel like these three are relevant, and then this is something else randomly. You pick the best one because this place naturally gives you more. Well, yeah. That's what I could see. I could see on those options, like, where they kind of led to. Or what they led to. Sure, rally if this is gonna work. I don't know how good you are with speeches. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step. Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards. Let them see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Yeah, morale improved and I got renown. Fantastic, I guess that worked. Now morale declined again. Okay. I'm guessing this is the Godstone. I'm guessing we can look at the map and see where we are. So we are trying to get to there. Okay. Can't really tell how far that is, you know, strictly just looking at the map, but far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the godstone of... Oh my god. Ridvaldir? What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly they were dredge. Probably shouldn't be looking at me for advice. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. How am I supposed to do that? What do we do if we run into more dredge, but they're the dredge killer? You're the dredge killer around here. Yeah, a Varl. They want to listen to someone who looks like them. What about Oddlip? Let her, if that's easier for her. What if we run into more dredge? What am I supposed to do anyways? You mean when? I'll be honest with you, these men can't take on dredge by themselves. I expect we'll lose 2 for every slag we take down. So we run? Only if you want to lose women and children, we're going to have to fight and there are going to be deaths. Gods be damned. Why is this happening? Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Men are a plague on the world, worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. Chats like this is why we get along so well, Ivor. You sleep poorly. The sun of her is stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. The godstone looms overhead. The massive eyes of Ridvaldir looking the same direction as you. Sure. The weather stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit, more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Ridvaldir was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. The young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from the branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says, before running back to her tent. Back at your tent, you rouse Olet, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually the camp is broken down and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. Looks like an end more than a start. Yarkin rune. Okay. Don't know what that is. I guess we'll inspect that at some point. Oh yeah, we can then just set up camp whenever we need. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. Inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. Well... Sure, we have to have one lesson, so we'll take them at face value, and if this goes poorly, I will never trust any other people on the road, I guess. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. Cool. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals as soon as your supplies are nicely stocked. Okay, cool, that gives me one more chance for strangers on the road. If it happens only once, I will neglect everyone. Also, I guess we need to set up camp because our dude is crippled. Oh, we can talk to you. How's the army, Eagle? Fine, Eagle, just outside the camp practicing his sword swings. I saw you taking some hard hits out there. Oh, yeah, I'm great. Not great, considering everything's... I'm fine. Arm's fine. It's a strong shield. It looks like to be out of pure metal, which is weird. It's Rook, right? I know we haven't talked much before now. But if you want, just call me Gil. Hey, Gil. I wanted to let you know that I meant what I said before about making sure nothing happens to Olet. I've never seen a shield like that before. Oliver seems think you're pretty good. You're protective of Olet, huh? I'm heading back to Camp Sage Wrong. I've never seen a shield like that. Yeah, I doubt there's many. My father made this. It's solid metal, really heavy. Yeah, okay, so it is different. It's like they aren't made of metal. Generally, these big round shields are made out of wood with a metal rim and metal, you know, I don't know what the English word for it would be, but like the fucking ball in the middle would be metal, but yeah, it wouldn't generally be out of metal. But I've been practicing with it since I was a kid. Really now. I used to spend a lot of time just getting used to lifting it. Curious up to show you. I'm pretty good with it now. The only thing only thing on my father's side I have left. And when my mother died, she gave it to me before she died. He seems to think you're pretty good. Did he say that? That's good. I'm trying. Never had to fight anything like Dredge before though, or about. I don't have much else to do. How many people get to train with Varl? It seems like it'd be a help. It could be a help to someone. That's what I want to be. Well, I don't want her to get hurt. You can see his cheeks turn bright red. Don't worry, she can take care of herself too. I know, I didn't mean Isigil. I know what you meant. Alright. Oh, and if you need something, let me know. I can do anything you need. Between you and Ivor, we're going to be okay, I can tell. Well, that's cool. Where do we have the fucking hero's tent? Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, he's fine. Now, for some reason. I don't think we've camped, but okay. What does this do? Plus 15 dodge strength? What? 50% chance to dodge a strength attack? Maybe? I don't know. Yes. What you now then? What do you get? You this shit you should probably I'm gonna bump up your fucking health. That's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna want some kills. You have 4 kills. I see. You need 1 more kill. You need 2. Yeah, I guess we don't need. We're gonna put you there. And we're gonna do this probably. Yeah, it seems reasonable. I need to look up what that means to be certain. Yeah, dodge strength. I'm unsure what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but I'm gonna put this on. No, she's not ranked up yet. Okay, so I'm gonna put that on you. Sure. You're kind of vulnerable, so I'm gonna put that on you. Don't think we need to rest, because these guys, are these, I mean, no, these are not fully restored. Yeah. So, much supplies do we have? We got 12. Rest for a day. Morale improved. Alright, that's cool. This should have bumped up your things? No. I know how this works. Yeah, either way. Continue our journey anyways. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing meat on a warrior's face. A brawl erupts, many thrown fists and a broken bone later. The instigator... Oh my fucking lord. Raph... I don't even... Ugh. I'm gonna assume they want to pronounce it as Raffenswatter. Even that, just like, okay, you're really stretching, I feel. Unless you've looked up olden time names, you're really stretching of how you can build these kinds of names, I feel. But because I don't even see like a transition between these two. I feel like it's 1, 2. You took two things into one, and that doesn't really have a good transition between each other. Is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. Of course, public apology from him. Tie him up until he dries out. Laugh off the scuffle. Encourage the others to let the issue drop. I mean, I guess you should fucking apologize. Grabbing his neck, you force him to look at the crowd. Apologize for this mess, you demand. Man babbles until you squeeze harder. Sorry, he yells repeatedly, even after you let me go. Folks shake their heads, but leave the man alone. Sure. Karen's visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostvalley. Did I find a small village? With beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you set up nearby. Okay. Didn't even see that. Leave, rest, map, market, heroes. Okay, what the fuck is the map? Oh, I get to look at the map. Okay, gotcha. Market, I guess? Oh, yeah. Tremona dagger commonly... -1 aggro. Hey! Okay. Alright, I see. Supplies. Well, I can... Wait, I'm confused now. Hold on. Total available, 24. 1 renown gets 3. Okay, so this is my renown. And 4 renown, I get 3 supplies. Okay. And so that increases days worth of supply. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's how they want that to work. Okay. +1 strength for level 1. For level 3, though, that's +2 to armor. Well, I don't have any of that. This costs renown, then, I'm guessing. -1 aggro could be neat. For one of the archers, possibly. +1 strength. You have 2 renown. I mean... You know, I feel okay. Gonna do that. And I want to buy these two. There we go. We'll leave it at that. So you have this, whatever the fuck that means. You can get +1 strength for now. I just want aggro. You want aggro. That's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna give you -1 in aggro. I'm gonna give you that for now. I'm gonna want you to have the aggro reduction one. Probably put strength to fucking you or something. I don't know. Okay, we'll leave it this. And rest 1 day? Yay, good morale. Okay, let's leave. You're only just outside the village when two men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mogan. Uh-huh. Yeah. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostfeller. A third man, exuding rage, charged up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan, he screams. The fuck? What's going on? Town leader. These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True, you can keep whoever wants to... True, you can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people to Skog. Of Skoger, right? And you both got it. I'll have you two. You both got it before I let half the village desert. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. There won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive. That is reasonable. People decide on their own. I mean, they can if they want to. I don't want anything to do with this. This is otherwise. This isn't really my conflict. Yeah, this isn't necessarily my conflict. This is just an observation. I won't consider either of this. I would say nothing, or I'll just make the observation. I don't know if the dredge my ass. I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got two choices. What, you don't believe that will happen? I mean, if that's the case, then I don't really give a shit what happens to you then. Get back to work, or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Oh, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked. Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Hogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Don't get involved. Side with the villagers. Side with the brothers. Ah. Okay, let's... How many random villagers will I have to fight if I side with the brothers? You know, I don't give a shit. Deal with it yourselves. You step back as one of the thugs lunges forward and is caught in the ribs by Hogan's axe. The air soon rings with the sound of screams and axe heads against shields. 4 men lie dead on the ground before the others run. You hurt Mogan? No, we should have done that years ago. Nah, can't go around killing for no good reason. This was good reason. Did they just follow me now? Brothers head back into the village, and soon many of the villagers have joined your caravan. Hogan introduces you to his young son and wife. All grins, unconcerned about the fact that you never agreed to let them come. You don't bother arguing. Before long, you set out again. Cool. Alright. I guess we got some people. Oh yeah, I don't give a shit. I got some supplies as well? Alright. I guess some people came along. We didn't fucking do this. I'm sorry, you guys deal with that. I'm not gonna care. You guys deal with it. And they just dunked on people. And it's like, alright, well, okay then. Alet marches quietly alongside the caravan, a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Olive approaches you both. Alet, I have something for you. Olive has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly as she passes it to Alet. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Skoger. You'll find me in another time, Rook, and we'll talk. We can comment these parts. Dad, are you the chieftain now? Guess I'll have to find out later. Oh, then that means we're both quiet for a moment while Let unfurls the banner. Odlif has been teaching me how to sew. Suit. Whatever. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skager throughout the years, just as is done on every banner in every town. I wish she was here. She were here. I'm kind of glad she isn't. Section of banner about your family is short, but Allah has been sewing in colorful designs. Why'd you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this. Dredge, living home, and... Why didn't you stop those men from killing each other in the village? Well, because it wasn't our fucking problem. I mean, it's okay to ask. Because it wasn't our fucking problem. That's why. It's like, fucking you deal with it. Wasn't my decision to make. I didn't want blood on my hands. It was the best of some bad options. It wasn't my decision. It was not my problem. Deciding what happens to other people. I'm glad I'm not you. I wouldn't know what to do. Well, in this situation, not give a shit, because it's definitely not you, because they're not even slightly part of your group. Now they are, but, you know, it's not exactly my calling either. Yeah, I know. Dad, I think you're going to do a good job. He hugs you, you spend the rest of your time together sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skager is your burden now. We got to head off now. Okie dokie. Goodbye. Have a good night. Oh, yeah, right. She wanted to talk. How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny. My father named me Odlif before I was even born. He wanted a boy so badly. Strong woman. What does that even mean? I never cared for that expression. People look up to you. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. What does that feel backwards? I'm sorry, Rick, it's been hard. I'm not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, you know, if something happened. Why me? He always depended on you, Rook. It should be mine. I could carry it, but I thought about why he named you. Right. I get it. They don't follow a woman. Families would never. Our banner would be divided. I think they would follow you. Or I would vouch for you. Yeah. Come on, Rook. This isn't time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? And the first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us. I think this is what has to happen. Maybe this is what it means to be a strong woman. I'll do my best. I rely on you. Not sure. I don't fucking know. Looks that way. She's giving orders to my timid man. I'm not sure if that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard or the sweetest. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is, my husband and I could never have a child. I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. Puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to camp. Morale improved, apparently. And I got some renown. That's neat. I guess we'll leave. Continue our journey. Actually, I guess I could have checked the heroes. I don't know if Hogan and Mogan are hero characters, but I feel like they might not be. There's a small split in this trail. A few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Team them off with extra supplies? Fuck no. Remind everyone that they're free to do as they please. You think you'll survive out there on your own? Tell them they're needed here. Well, this is a question. The men look at each other somberly before one says, "That's why we have to go. Out here alone, our kin are as good as dead." They check the straps of their packs once more and depart. Well, okay. Fair enough. Hey, we're almost there. Complaints of the dude's excessive drinking have resurfaced. Oh my god. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snagged canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and his leg before leading him to you. This man drinks nothing but water from now. He groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow you doubt it'll be long before he manages to find another drink, whether you allow it or not. Well, whatever the case. Dredge, shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's okay. It's Raph. I guess I'll just call him Raph, dude. The unabashed drunk, staggering towards you, looking not entirely sober. Dude, how many days? Was that even half a day or a day? He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings, and furious men surround Raph. Bandage the drunkard. Let your clansmen deliver justice. Ready yourself against Dredge just in case. I mean, you know, we should probably, just in case. Anyways, there'll be time for that later, you tell the men. For now, we take no chances. A full day of uneasy rest passes with no sign of Dredge. The caravan is annoyed by the scare and the delay. Eventually, Raph bursts into laughter, and you're sure there never were any Dredge. Not long after, Raph goes missing. Nobody searches for him or seems to mind. Well, you know. One clansman, yeah.
Once a strong, thriving city, the walls of Frostweller now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
You jostle through fallow crowds. Sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostweller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of a hill. Well then, this is not looking good. Why are so many people in the fields? Can't stay outside in the open like this. Olive finds you amongst the many refugees. Brooke, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody's being led into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from... Oh my god. From Bloodspalker. Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The Dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostweller has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the Dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. We're getting in the wall somehow. I want to know more about what's going on in there. Let's lay low for now and see what happens. Where else could we go? I see a lot of people gather around the rest houses and the gates. We could find out what they know. How will we get in anyways? They closed the gate. I can get that gate open. Let's see if there are any other way before we start breaking down gates. I was going to break it. Just push really hard. Yeah, I guess. Market, heroes, rest, gate. +2 aggro. Oh Jesus, sunstone. Never deflected. Wow. +1 will and rest. Spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shut himself in his great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here. That's a lot. We could help them. Ego pulls you aside. I follow the outside of the city walls, he says, and there's a water passage we could squeeze through, I think. Not the whole caravan, but if a handful of us get in, we might open the gates from the inside. The rest house is overflowing with refugees, the second wounded, and noise. We got the water passage, 10 to the wounded. Settle in for the long haul. Rest for a day. I mean... yeah, we could check the water passage, but like... I mean, getting inside is probably not fitting through there, says Ivor, when you arrive at the narrow ducts. Go without me. Looks like it'll get you on top of the walls and then down the gate where you can open it. Wait for us at the gate, Ivor. We'll be quick. I have a bad feeling. Let's go back. Fucking whatever. Fuck it, let's go. When Eagle said water, you should have guessed runoff. Well, of course. Still, you managed to squeeze your way through tight stonework and force your way past an iron gate. You take stairs to the top of the walls. As you approach the gates, armed men take notice. They don't ask questions. Of course not. I wasn't. Yeah, they are. Would you look at that? Look at these two. Look the same, except one has a scar on his face. And they have the same stats, except someone has... the Morgan has more strength than Hogan has more defense. They have the same, which is Bloody Flail. Attacks multiple times, randomly hitting his opponent for 1 strength or 1 armor damage. And last hit does damage equal to 1 + 1 for each ally standing adjacent to him. Aha, this last hit will randomly damage strength or armor. See? Shield wall. Right, okay. Gotcha. We are going to do this then. Yes. This is what we're doing. Okay, we got 2 dudes here and 3 people up here. I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do with this. Set up A. Okie. Oh, that's you, okay. I'm gonna attack you. Bam! Yeah, imagines as much. Jesus, okay. Of course, because now you are low on that, you're gonna do little damage. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hope for this and see if this does what I think it does, but nope. Okay, you just went for the complete opposite person that I thought you might go for. Up. 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 Alright. Oh, you decided to attack him. I should probably just use willpower since it's actually, you know, during the battle, so. Up. Cheers. I'm guessing that didn't do what I thought it did, but sure. There we go, you're gone. You're gone. Oh yeah, let's go. That's 2 kills for her. And he also gets promotion, yeah. You've been injured. You've been injured. Fair enough. Yeah, you've been injured, yeah. Ekill, huh? What in the depths are you doing? Letting ourselves in. I see that. I see that. I'm very impressed. But all those people you just let in here, dead. All those women and children with you, dead. And thanks for killing the ones holding this place together. Skull. What are you talking about? Man orders his guards to get the doors closed before more refugees notice. If I knew there were fighters and a Varl outside, I would have brought you in. I'm Ekill. I'm in charge here. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh really? Think you mean hiding out in a grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in here? As soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got... As soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's the short story anyway. At least 3 clans in here warring over turf and food, and the worst are the godforsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. We're in more danger here than out there. Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight. You've got your own Varl. That counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and take back Frostvalor. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys are becoming the bad. Fine. Cut these sheep loose and wash your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the damn streets. Think carefully about what you want. Sure. Good, because whatever else you were thinking would have been a bad idea. Nico shouts to his men, and with the gates closed, you follow him down obscured alleys. Hope you know what you're do. Hope we know what we're doing. Make it up as we go, Ivor. Well, we're in the city now. At least. And now we're back to this crew. Hakon, we're ready. We're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from Strand as we wanted, and more weapons. Extra supplies too. Plus 100 Varl, plus 100 fighters, plus 200 supplies. Jesus. Perk up. Just now realizing Mogger has been talking to you. Since Vognir died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Hakon? Oh, so I get Hakon is the main character now. I heard you. I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property. A man named Eric. Eric? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants dredge crawling through his streets. We put down every slide that has wandered through here while you were gone. Enough flapping our mouths then. Or flapping off mouths then. You sure that wound has healed, Ludin? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on the mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. Trying to go on. Lauren is dead, there's no reason to stay. What do you expect me to do? Go back to my father and tell him one world died so the alliance is over? He has a point. As Wagner's kinder, you have the same responsibilities, Hakon. We would only be made to do this again later, and I will not suffer it all a second time. Oops. Didn't see that it changed, but hey, I missed a sentence. Unless I can go back. Nope. Ludin turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering roads not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Ludin won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Ludin get you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakon? Then be cautious, no more losses. Tell them we cover the mountainside in dredge motors. Don't so much as Slade is retaken. I don't know. We'll do. Give the word and we'll set off. Alright, heroes. We got Eric. You can be promoted. Not sure yet. Let's go. Promote you. Now then, you. Looking. What did you have? You had that, right? And so. Let's do that. And let's do that. Now then, you probably want to do that. Probably up willpower. Oh no, okay, is that how that is? Oh yeah, of course. How silly of me. That is the maximum they can potentially get, and that is what they currently have. Of course, of course. Of course, it's obvious. I was just stupid. I don't have any items, do we? Nope, we don't. Okay, okay. All of these are fucking melee, aren't we? What did you have? Rally. Oh yeah, you were granting willpower. Gotcha. Probably want to do that. Talk to you. And ask how you're dealing with Wagner's death, but I already know the answer. Do you? Steady on Mogger, which is good. I know most of these are. They're not under in my command. They came to follow Wagner. Tell you the truth, I wouldn't want to be in your position either. Anything you can tell me about the caravan? Throw together this many Varl, half of them want to hit each other, the rest want to be left alone. Anyone I should keep an eye on? There's a couple of clan leaders trying to show off for each other. Not a big deal, I've got it under control. The fighters just got from Strand aren't bad. We just got from, but they're unruly. Give it a few days. And there are a few moaning about fighting for you instead of Wagner. Those are the ones to worry about. What about Ludin's men? They don't want to hear anything from me. I know that. Any problems? Could be. Ludin's pet Varl is named Bercy. I'm not sure where he came from or what his deal is. Bastard knows how to fight, but there's something I don't like about him. His girl in red is scary too, Ursa. She's probably the best fighter Ludin's got, to be honest. I've overheard some of the Varl call her the Witch. Why? The flaming arrows, I think. It's a good trick, but the fire upsets our Varl more than the dredge. Still doesn't make much sense. Witch? They're not scholars, Hakon. I think they're mostly just afraid of her. That makes more sense. Don't let her find out. Would you ever want to be in command? More than I am? Any more rope and I'd hang myself. Doubt that. I forget. You weren't around back then. At one point I had more rope. I hung myself. So no, I'm not interested in command. It's all yours. Thanks. Think we're walking into a death trap? This many Varl? No, we should be alright. Things could get rough though. I don't like being the one to send Varl to their deaths. I like worrying about myself, and that's the extent of it. Who would have expected Wagner to drop like that? To drop like that to a couple of slag. I'm still wondering what happened. He had hundreds of dead slag to his name. I don't get it. Just happens sometimes. No big moments. I'm sure it surprised him even more than us. Although I have to wonder. Nah, never mind. Anyway, I worry about the warriors. You worry about not doing something stupid. That's asking a lot. Better not say Hakon. Why not? Kind of thing that it gets stuck in your head and you need a clear one. Better if you let me worry about it. You say so, keep it to yourself. There's a reason to bring it up again. I will. Okay. And then we got you. You knew him well, didn't you? Wagner? No. Well, I don't know. I remember him. Always rushing around with some important business, but I never knew him. Never got a chance to talk much. Longer than I did in any case. I suppose so. He spoke, Varl listened. I knew that. I could use help there. Scrivener leans back, considering the sentiment. I've seen worse. They respect you for your ability to swing an axe. They need to respect you for your actions. But you're not talking to the right Varl. Margaret got some skill there. Most I can do is hold a quill. What are you always putting down in that journal? How do you mean? What do I write? I write what happens. We've got a banner in harboring for that, you know. I mean, the long banner? Yes, the Menders wove up something that writes its own history. In my opinion, I don't trust it. No? It tells a broad story. I think there's some value in the narrow. Whose story does it write? Mine? Theirs? Luden's? Gods forbid. Ah, you relic. The gods have been dead long time. Oh, have they? Old habits, I suppose. I heard you were a terror in your day. Do you know how old I am? Dare I ask? I'm competing, you know. Nobody knows how old we all can get, naturally. There's one by the name of Snorri. Mm-hmm. He's got a few years on me. Just hunkers in Grofheim collecting rhyme. Bastard might actually beat me. Another one named Crummer is close, I think. But that old son of a bitch still welcomes a fight. He'll probably be offed before I am. Although, Scrivener gestures around him as if to remind you of the current situation. You chuckle. Anyway, point is, what difference does it make? I miss a delivery Bairn or Jorander now. Can't remember half of what I've done. Hence the journal. Hence? Okay, fancy on my behalf, Hakon. Okay, I won't. What do you suppose happened to the sun? Gods, how should I know? Never seen something like this before. Are you worried some of the all in the caravan think the world's coming to an end? Others think that it's best that... Others think it's the best thing that could happen. No more black months. I'll take it. If it's the end, I'm ready. What about the rest of us? To the depths with you. That's rest. Always more marching to do. I've hoofed more hills than a horse born with a grudge. Don't worry about me. Rightio. I'm guessing this just... Probably auto-saves. I'm gonna assume, because I can't save manually. I can load the save. Okay, yeah, so we're going up there, and then we're going, I'm guessing, stopping by there, and then we're going this way up here? To the two spears? Yes? Unless we're going up here and then like this. Do we hit Grofheim? Because we're talking about Scrimmer's dead. Why we couldn't take from here all the way up here. The cardinal directions. Okay. Fuck. Frozen tombs? Yeah. Strait of Harrows. What a name. Gnasher, Biter, and Grinder. Great names. What else do we have? Yeah, right. So what would load be? Okay, that would be here, so... There is definitely, autosaves being had. I think we shall stop here for today. Made progress, I think. I don't know. I don't know how long this goes. I also don't know, like... I mean, you can always do, like, get a normal game over through, like, the fights, but I'm guessing you can't... Although I do wonder what would happen if you make the worst choice in every... Like, in every choice you can make. What happens if you make the worst one every time? That'd be interesting. See what happens then. Like, you somehow make the worst choice ever every time. Just see what you're left with. That could be interesting. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna stop here, and we shall continue on Friday. We'll be able to resume. Will I say when you return? Yes. Radio.